What's up, Stacy? Whacking, whacking, whacking. What's up, the Prince? Oh my God, the Prince. What's up, my brother? Long time no see. Oh my God. Um, I put the title for a reason. You know, a lot of people want to hate on my sister. A lot of people want to hate on her because she is a black woman. You know, and my thing is this right here. I don't care what y'all say. Kamala is going to be the next president of the United States of America. Bottom line. And Stacy, Stacy, I'm going to admit something to you, Stacy. I'm a little tipsy tonight. I'm gonna pull a Jeff tonight, Stacy, because I'm a little tipsy, but I'm in control also though. But Kamala is gonna be the next president. Y'all can hate on her all you want. Y'all can dislike her. Y'all can say what you want to say about Kamala. She's gonna be the next president. And the Prince, you're gonna have a Democratic senator in the state of Texas come November 5th. Guaranteed. All red is gonna beat Ted Cruz in Texas. So I'm letting y'all know this right now. I'm here. I'm a Kamala fan. I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for Democrats because Republicans sucks. When it comes to the Constitution, they sucks. When it comes to the military, they sucks. So my thing is, I love freedom and I love America. And Democrats love America as much as Republicans does. But when it comes to Donald Trump loves himself. He loves himself. He don't love America. He loves himself. He only loves himself. Bottom line. And y'all need to understand that this guy is running for president for himself, not for America, but for himself. That's not true. That's not true, the Prince. You know, when you saying that Democrats don't support the Second Amendment, that's a lie. That's false. Democrats support the Second Amendment as much as the Republican Party does, but at the same time, they feel like there should be some restrictions on guns, and that's just true. Like I said in my last live, if you can take away the rights of a convicted felon to have a gun, what's wrong with taking away a gun itself? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. See, y'all have to understand one thing. The Second Amendment is the Second Amendment, but you can't make certain rules for certain people. You tell me that, oh, a convicted felon cannot have a gun because of safety reasons, but at the same time, you sit here and tell me, oh, you can't take away a gun for safety reasons. That's bullshit. So I disagree. I really disagree. Well, but the Prince, you got to realize we did this before. We did this in the 90s when we took away guns. Did they go further than that? No, they didn't. So I don't think that's true. Just because they take away one gun don't mean they don't take away all guns. Because they already did this already. Think about it. So that's not true. It's not true, my brother. Just because they take away one gun don't mean they're going to take away all guns. There's a lot of Democrats who are pro-guns, just like you are. But see, politics get in the way of things. But I'm telling you, my brother, when you talk about going into a school and killing kids with an AR-15, I'm sorry, that gun needs to be banned. When you talk about modifying a gun where you can kill multiple people in seconds, that needs to be banned. You have to understand the whole concept of the whole situation. It's not about banning guns altogether. It's about getting rid of all this evilness. That's what it's about. You know, a lot of people look at things like, oh, they trying to ban all guns. They try to take away your Second Amendment. No, they're not trying to take away your Second Amendment right. You can defend your home. You can have a gun in your home to defend your home. You can go hunting. You can do a lot of things still. It's not about trying to take away your right to bear arms. It's about trying to curb the violence in America. America is a very violent country, and we need to understand that. Well, that is true. That is true. But why can't we limit the interaction, though, the Prince? Think about this right here. Like I told you before, when you sit here and tell me that as a convicted felon, I cannot carry a gun, what do you call that? You call that trying to minimize someone having access to a gun, right? So why can't you do that same process with an AR-15? Why can't you minimize that process? Think about it now. You can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that you can take my right away because I'm a convicted felon, and then you sit here and tell me, oh, it's okay to have an AR-15. You can't do that to an AR-15. Come on, man. You can't have it both ways. And I'm pretty sure, and like I said, I know your channel, so I know you talk about guns in your channel, but at the same time, you got to understand, when you got people doing ignorant things, no, you're a very responsible person. You are a very responsible person as a gun owner, but there are so many people out there who are not responsible. And what we have to do, unfortunately, is take away that privilege when it comes to AR-15s. It's the same thing goes when it comes to convicted felons. There are some responsible convicted felons out there who are willing to be responsible with a gun, but because of a few, they have to take that right away. It is what it is. Read the Constitution, the Prince. What did the Constitution say? The Constitution tells you you have the right to bear arms. It don't say anything about breaking a law. The Constitution, if you're going to go by the Second Amendment, the Constitution tells you you have the right to bear arms. It have nothing to do with breaking the law. Think about it now. See, this is what I'm saying. When y'all want to invoke the Second Amendment, y'all forget about certain things. The Second Amendment tells you you have the right to bear arms, regardless of what your criminal status is. But we made a law saying that convicted felons cannot bear arms. That goes against the Constitution. So why can't we ban an AR-15 for safety purposes? Since we ban convicted felons from having weapons for safety purposes, so why can't we ban the AR-15 for safety purposes? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. But my whole point is, when you talk about driving drunk, we create laws that goes against the Constitution. Think about it now. Listen to what I'm saying. We create laws to go against the Constitution. The Constitution gives you the right to bear arms. That's in the Constitution. So if you're gonna tell me that if you have the right to have an AR-15, well, as a convicted felon, I have the right to have a gun. No law should trump the Constitution. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. We make laws in order to restrict people. We make laws to restrict people. No matter if it's DUI laws, if it's gun laws. Like I said before, we already did this gun thing. We banned automatic weapons in the 90s. It just so happened that when Bush was in office in 2006 or 7 or whatever it was, he didn't fucking renew it. We banned that. It was against the law to have an automatic weapon for a long time in this country. So you can make a law for anything, you know, and that's something we have to really look at. But my brother, I understand what you're saying. I understand you're a gun person. You love your guns, but everybody's not like you. Everybody's not like you. You are responsible with your guns. But you got some crazy ass people out here who out here willing to kill people at the drop of a dime with the same weapon. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's not automatic. Well, like I said, I'm not a gun expert, so I'm not really. I'm gonna leave that to you because you are a gun expert. You have guns. I don't have guns. So, but from what I see and hear, those weapons still kill people at a high rate. You know what I'm saying? You can take an AR-15 and go into a setting and kill multiple people within seconds. That's all I know. You know, like I said, I'm not an expert. You are. You have the weapons. I watch your channel. I know what you have. So I'm gonna let you, you know, talk about that because you're more of an expert than I am, and I salute you on that. You know, like I said, my brother, people like you, I'm not holding accountable for what you do because you are responsible. But there is a lot of people out there who are not responsible, who are doing things that are not good. You know, we're talking about killing kids, man. We're talking about going into elementary schools, killing kids with these weapons. That's crazy. That is crazy. And we need to do something about it. You know, and the old saying that goes, you know, a good guy with a gun deters a bad guy with a gun. It's crazy. That's not true either. It's not true. Well, Kamala is not against the Second Amendment, though. She's not against the Second Amendment. She's about school safety. She's about kids. Do you realize right now in America, the number one cause of death of kids is guns? You have to understand that the number one source for killing kids is guns. Guns, man. What's wrong with her taking a stance against gun violence in America? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I applaud her for that. I applaud anyone who takes on the gun industry. You have to understand, we are losing kids at a very high rate due to guns, gun violence in this country, man. It's so, how can I put it? It's crazy. America is the number one violent country in the world due to guns. We have more guns in this country than we have people. It's crazy. Fentanyl. Let me ask you a question about fentanyl. You want to talk about drugs? You want to talk about fentanyl? Do you realize, and this is what gets me about people, do you realize that Kamala and Joe Biden tried to pass a bill to put more detection equipment on the border to stop fentanyl? But do you realize people voted against that? So when you talk about fentanyl, see, this is my thing about Republicans. They want to spin things. They want to tell you that Joe Biden and Kamala is weak on the border. At the same time, they're voting down a bill to strengthen the border. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy. You know, people need to wake up and understand what's really going on around here. They're telling you that Joe Biden and Kamala is weak while they're voting against a bill that would have helped with fentanyl at the border. Not only that, Joe Biden and Kamala has seized more fentanyl at the border than any president prior to them. So they're doing their job. The Border Patrol is doing their jobs. But y'all don't hear that. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. That's the truth. Look at the stats. Look at what's really going on, my brother. So you in Texas, you're right there in the middle of all of this. Do you realize how many people Greg Abbott shipped out of Texas to New York and to Chicago and to LA? They put all these people out there. Then they turn around and say, oh, why is Joe Biden allowing these people into the country? While Greg Abbott is shipping these people around the country himself. A Republican governor is shipping these people to DC, to New York, to Chicago, to, come on, man. Let's be real. Let's really be real with this. I'm just saying, we're not really understanding what's really going on around here. We play this politics. See, with me, I'm a realist. You know, if Joe Biden does something I don't like, I'll call it out. If Trump does something I don't like, I'm gonna call it out. I'm a realist. I'm not a fanboy of neither party. I'm an independent. Yes, I do lean towards Democrat, but I'm gonna call people out. What's up, T? I'm gonna call you out for what you're doing wrong. A lot of y'all don't like Kamala. I understand that, but Kamala is better than Donald Trump. Bottom line. Bottom line. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy. He's a threat. Well, when you talk about illegals, if you notice the prince, that's not an issue anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you notice, the border has calmed down a lot over the last few months. And it calms down because people are really realizing, yes, we need to fix the border. And I think they're fixing the border. No one is going to tell you that the border doesn't need to be fixed. It does need to be fixed. And I think Joe Biden and Kamala is taking an own hand approach now, and they're fixing it. You know, we don't really talk about the border anymore because they're fixing it. But also, honestly, it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me. It really doesn't affect me. Illegal immigration does not affect me. I'm going to be honest. It doesn't affect me. So I really don't care. You know, when I get up and go to work in the morning, or when I live my everyday life, it doesn't affect me. Right. It's just fear tactics. It's nothing but a fear tactic. They're going to tell you that, you know, illegal immigrants is bad for America and they're taking your job, and the black job, they're taking your black job, you know. So it's like, come on, man. Come on, really. Well, South, let me ask you a question, South. How is it affecting you on a daily basis? What's up, Kanyan? How is it really affecting you on a daily basis, South? I'm not gonna call you your whole name because I don't get into all that troll shit. But how is it affecting your life? What? But see, you know what, the Prince? I'm gonna say this right here. You are in Texas, so I can sympathize with you because you are in Texas. You're on the front line. So yes, it's going to affect you in a certain way. But is it causing you money though? Is it causing you to do something that you wouldn't have done if it wasn't an issue? That's my question to you. That's my question to you. But like I said, you're on the front line. You're right there in Texas. So I have to sympathize with you. because they are taking up all our jobs in schools. What are you talking about, South? What jobs are they taking? What jobs are they taking up in school? South, come on, man. Stop trolling, man. Stop trolling. Let's have a serious conversation. That is, I have no idea what you're talking about by taking up jobs, but it is what it is. Negroes don't want to work anyway. They just want Trump in office for the PPP loans again. Hey, Kanye, I'm gonna tell you something. Most black people who support Donald Trump have no clue what they're supporting. Honestly, they really don't. They have no clue what they're supporting. It's like they talk about the Democrats and being on this Democratic plantation and all this crazy stuff, but it's like, what are you getting from the Republican Party? If you vote for Donald Trump, what are you really getting? I really want someone to explain that to me. By voting for Donald Trump, what are you really getting as a black person? I just want to know. It's weird to me. It's very weird. It's very weird. Very weird. People are homeless, can't find a job because they only hiring them because they take low wages. That's not true, South. I don't believe in that. That's not true. People gonna work. I live in Mass. I live in Mass, and there is lots of jobs out there for black people to have if they really want them. But see, it's up to black people to take those jobs. You can't blame immigrants for taking jobs that black people won't take. Like, for instance, you go to Alabama and Georgia and Florida, you talking about farming jobs. Black people don't want those jobs. Black people don't want to pick a watermelon. Black people don't want to pick peaches and fruits and stuff like that. So immigrants take those jobs. So are they taking black people jobs? No. They're taking jobs that no one wants. Well, you know what, the Prince, this is my thing when you talk about voting for Kamala. See, I'll be 55 in October. And I think about my Social Security. I think about my health care. I think about jobs and pay. So when I vote for Kamala, those are the things I vote for. I vote for pay. I vote for health care. I vote for Social Security. I vote for Medicaid, health care, affordable housing. Those are the things I vote for. See, I don't sit here and just vote to be voting. I think about what I need. I need affordable housing. At 55 years old, I need affordable housing. I need pay. I need health care. So when I vote for Kamala, that's what I'm voting for. See, I can tell y'all what I'm voting for, but what are y'all voting for? Black jobs. What is our policy? Well, you know what? People keep saying that she don't have policies. My thing is when you're trying to tell people about price gouging, economic wise, that's a policy. Because a lot of these companies are price gouging. That's a policy, economic policy. When you talk about healthcare, trying to improve the healthcare system, that's a policy. And that's what I believe in. What is war? America really haven't been in a war. America, you know what? Honestly, when you talk about war, America haven't won a war since World War II. And who has been in charge of that? White males. So who am I to judge Kamala Harris on how she gonna handle the military when white males have failed America for the last 50, 60, 70 years? We haven't won a war since World War II. We lost Korea. We lost Vietnam. We went to Lebanon. We lost. We in the 80s. We lost 200 and something soldiers, Marines in Lebanon. We went to Iraq in the 90s. We lost that. We went to Afghanistan in the 2000s. We lost that. So why would I judge Kamala when America has failed when it comes to military intervention around the world over the last 70 plus years? I have nothing to say about that. Think about it. We haven't won anything. We haven't won nothing in the since World War II. Name me one mission America went on and won after World War II. So why would I give a damn about Kamala being commander-in-chief and how she's going to handle a war when white males have failed this country for the last 60, 70 years? I can care less about that. What's up, Nikki? Right, Nikki. What are you getting for voting for Trump? That's the question also. Since they always ask you what you're going to get if you vote for Kamala, what are you getting if you vote for Trump? You come to troll you. George Bush phone, Saddam. A lot of people talk about Abigail, and they talk about those 13 soldiers that lost their lives 3 years ago. And I always tell people one thing. Do y'all realize that George Bush cost the lives of 4,000 plus soldiers and sailors and Marines in Iraq over a false mission? They said that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction. They went into Iraq under false pretenses that caused over 4,000 lives. No one talks about that. No one talks about that. But they want to talk about 13 Marines that lost their lives, which is sad. But my thing is, we need to stop letting politics influence us to the point where we forget about what George Bush did when he went into Iraq. He lost 4,000 lives over a lie. Over a lie. See, this is what I tell people. We sit here and we've been bamboozled by listening to the media talk about 13 lives when there was over 4,000 lives that was lost over a lie. I would never forget that. I would never, ever forget what George Bush did. Never. Never. Right, Jerome. They all lie. You're most definitely right about that. They all lie. They all lie. And that's why we need to wake the fuck up and realize, think for yourself. Be free thinkers. Be free thinkers. We need to be free thinkers. That's what's wrong with America today. We are not thinking for ourselves. We let a politician think for us. And that's the problem. That's why we are so divided in this country today, because we let politicians think for us. We need to stop that. We need to stop it. When it comes to inflation, T, honestly, when it comes to inflation is all about profit. When you raise wages, most companies are going to raise their prices to keep up with the margin. They want more profit. So, and that's the problem with the companies today. Yes, you can give someone a raise, but at the same time, you have to realize when you give that person a raise, that company is going to raise their prices. And that's part of inflation. And a lot of people don't understand that whole concept. Raises make inflation. Right, Kanyan. It doesn't mean voting straight party ticket. I agree with that. I might agree with a Republican on some things, and I might agree with some Democrats on things. That's being a free thinker. But most people in America today, either you're gonna vote straight up and down, or you're gonna vote, you know, what someone tells y'all to vote. Right, Nikki. And that's the whole thing about it. That's why I said when y'all look at these oil companies, oil executives, they're making all this money, all this profit, but they blaming the president and the vice president for the prices, for the oil prices. It's like, hold on, you making $3 billion in profits, and you blame the president for the high prices? Are you serious? Serious? Are you really serious right about it? And this is why I say Americans need to wake the freak up, because it's to the point where it's like, are y'all really crazy? These people are raking in $2 to $3 billion in profits, and you paying the price for it. You are paying the price at the pump, but you want to sit here and blame Joe Biden for this. Joe Biden is not the reason why you paying these high prices. These oil executives are controlling the market. Like I told y'all, on my community board, I have a video that I shared that shows you how the oil executives are keeping y'all paying these high prices intentionally. It's not Joe Biden. It's the oil executives. Joe Biden in America is pumping a lot of oil at this point in time. But the problem is the oil executives are keeping the prices inflated. Think about it. Have I ever voted for a Republican? I'm not gonna tell you that, Kanyan. That's a secret, man. That's a secret. That's my secret I'm gonna keep. And T, greed causes inflation. Most definitely right. Greed causes inflation. You know what, Kanyan? I'm gonna say this right here, Kanyan. I live in Mass. Mass have elected Republican governors on several occasions, and I'll leave it at that. You know, one thing about living in Mass, it might be a blue state, but it will elect a Republican governor. Mitt Romney was a Republican governor. Charlie Baker was a Republican governor. So they will elect Republicans in this state. What's up, me, Mug? So y'all have to understand. Matter of fact, Mitt Romney brought us affordable health care. He's the one who gave Massachusetts their mandatory health care. Think about it. A Republican did that. That was a Republican governor who made it mandatory in the state of Massachusetts to have health care. Think about it. They say we all say F political parties and judge each other political by their actions. We get shit done. And that's true, Nikki. If we all thought for ourselves, if we was really free thinkers for ourselves, you're most definitely right. We can change all of this shit if we were free thinkers. And that's what we need. We need everybody to be free thinkers. Oh, you like Mayor Menino? Rest in peace, Mayor. Yeah, he was a long time Boston mayor, and he made a lot of changes. He made a lot of changes in Boston. Right, T. Both parties are BS. Both parties are BS. He loved Mass. You know what? Most politicians in Mass, they love this state, and that's one thing I can say about living here. They really love this state, and that's one thing I love about Massachusetts. You can be a Republican, you can be a Democrat, and they all love Massachusetts. They all love it. And like I said, free thinking is the best way to be. Be a free thinker. Don't let no one think for you. Never let someone think for you. And that's my whole thing. I love being a free thinker. I can speak my mind. I can tell you how I feel. I can tell you I like Kamala. I can tell you some things I don't like about Kamala. I can tell you about Donald Trump. There is nothing I like about Donald Trump. But there are some Republicans that I respect. There are a few Republicans that I respect. But Donald Trump is not good for America. He's not. No matter how you want to put it, Donald Trump is only running for president to stay out of jail. That's just honest God the truth. You know, as a person who served in the military, and to know that Donald Trump hate people who serve this country, who thinks more of someone who is a donor than someone who served and sacrificed themselves for this country, I could never ever back a Donald Trump. And any veteran, and I'm gonna say this right here, any veteran who supports Donald Trump, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. Because this guy sat here and told y'all that a donor is much better than a person who sacrificed their life for this country. That's an insult to every person who served this country and gave the ultimate sacrifice for this country. He put above those people, those fallen soldiers, someone who have donated money to him. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's why, no matter what people say, Donald Trump would never, ever be able to earn my vote as a black man. Because he is the worst person to ever run for president. He's the worst. He's the worst. Most people do, yeah. It's all about emotion with most people, and that's crazy that you let your emotions influence you instead of really thinking about the bigger picture and understanding and educating yourself on what's really going on around you. Like I tell everybody, I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again. When I think about voting, I think about education, I think about healthcare, I think about crime, I think about jobs, wages. I know why I'm voting for certain people. I know why. I'm not here just to say I'm gonna vote for Kamala Harris because she's a black woman. No, that's the party that's gonna do what I need for them to do for me. And I try to tell people also, when we talk about criminal reform, y'all need to understand something. Y'all, a lot of people talk about the George Floyd crime bill that hasn't passed. But y'all fail to realize one thing. That bill hasn't passed because there are so many Republicans voting against that bill. What you need to pass that bill is more Democrats. If y'all want that bill to pass, vote for more Democrats to get into office. Vote for more Democrats to get into the Senate. Vote for more Democrats to get into the House. That's how you're going to get that bill passed. See, Negroes, we sit here and complain, but we don't understand how the system works. The system works. If you want that bill passed, you need more Democrats. Democrats are willing to give you that bill. And that's another reason why I'm voting Democrat, because I want the George Floyd bill to pass. That reform would do a lot for America. For instance, it want to get rid of qualified immunity, which that need to go. But we need more Democrats. But we got people like Tariq Nasheed, we got people like Umar Johnson. They all out there telling y'all don't vote because we can't get anything. You know, they're not giving us. They're not giving you anything because you don't have enough Democrats to give you anything. So instead of telling people not to vote, you should be telling people to vote to get that bill passed. And that's just honest God the truth. Stop listening to these people. Think for yourself. If y'all want these bills to pass, think about how you get these bills passed. You need more Democrats to pass the George Floyd reform bill. Bottom line. Right, Nikki. It's crazy. You voting against your own interests. It's really it's stupid. It's stupid. You stuck on stupid. If you voting against your own, if you voting against things that you really need in your community, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're stuck on stupid. Bottom line, you know. But like I say, guys, I tell everybody, stop hating on Kamala and think about what she can do for you. If she can't do anything for you, that's fine. All right, vote against her. But if she can do something for you, think about what she can do. What are your interests? Do you need wages? Do you need health care? Do you need jobs? Do you need education, housing? What do you need? That's what you need to think about. What do you need for yourself? How she's going to benefit you as a person. You know, I'm sick and tired of people hating on her just because she's a black woman. Now, I'm not caping for black women. I love black women, so don't think I'm a simp, but I'm caping because Kamala is the best thing for America right now. Donald Trump is not good for America. He's not. He's not good for me. He's not good for America. As a black man, he's not. Kamala is good for me. Kamala is willing to do things that I like. They're fighting for affordable housing. They're fighting to cut the prices of these price gouging companies. That's what I want. Exposing the oil industry for what they're doing. Price gouging. Think about it. These people are making billions of dollars in profits while telling you Joe Biden is the reason why the prices are high. No. The prices are high because you're price gouging. But that's why I'm voting for Kamala. Not because she's black, not because she's a woman, but because she has my best interests. She has my best interests as a black man in America. That's why I'm doing it. So I thank you guys for stopping by. Nikki, thank you, Nikki, for stopping by. T, thank you. Kanyon, Me Mug, the Prince, my brother. We're gonna have a real serious conversation one day about you in Texas, because Texas is going to turn blue very, very soon. Ted Cruz is going to lose. He's going to lose in November, my brother. You're going to have a black man, a black Democrat as your senator in Texas. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. You hear me saying this right now, August 28th, 2024. Colin Allred is going to be the next senator from the state of Texas, a Democrat. He's going to beat Ted Cruz. So y'all get ready for that. That's going to be the biggest upset of this year's election cycle. Texas is turning blue. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all next time. Right. Yeah. I love Allred. I love him. And I hate Ted Cruz. So. But until next time, y'all have a great day, a great night, rather, that is. I'm telling you, the Prince, I'm just saying, my brother. Texas is going to turn blue. Texas is going to turn blue. And Allred going to do it. You're going to be upset. So, y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all next time. Salute to y'all.